Krayzie Bone speaks live for the first time about his health issue in 2023.
Yeah. No, man, and no, I was worried because when I came out the hospital, my voice was. Now, first of all, when they took, because I was on the life support for like 10 days. I never stopped breathing on my own. They just had me on the life support. They had to put a balloon in my because when they tried to, what they call it, cauterize the artery to shut it. They did that, and it was supposed to be, I thought I was going to go to the hospital, be out in time to meet my brothers at the next show. Man, it was like the bleeding wouldn't stop. The first day it didn't stop. Second day it didn't stop. Third day it didn't stop. Fourth day it didn't stop. Fifth day it didn't stop. Then it was like, okay, we got to do something to try to stop it. So then they put one of those balloons in my lungs. It's like, I don't know how they did it, but it was like, and it wasn't like a real balloon, but it's something they put in there like to blow the lungs up. And, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so they did that, and they was like, the bleeding still didn't stop. So the sixth day is when they was telling my people, look, you might want to contact his family and get everybody over here, because if he doesn't stop bleeding, his blood count is going to go down, and we know he's not going to accept blood. Because I told him before I even went under, if something goes wrong, I'm not doing no blood transfusions. Don't put nobody's blood inside me. If I gotta go, I gotta go. God got me. You know what I'm saying? But so everybody was panicked because of that. But I was under for 10 days. On the 9th day, y'all. The 9th day, my people came in there and said the doctor was like, the bleeding stopped. On the 9th day, it was about to get real. I'm good. And then when I woke up, but see me, like, man, when I woke up, it was like, no, but check it out though. The they had me on, son. Like, check it out. These had me on at the same time to knock me out. They had me on propofol, ketamine. Man, what's the other ones? And 2 other ones, strong. And they was like, yo, this is the funny part though, because they had me on all this stuff. And they was like, they had to give me a double dose. Because they was like, yo, we can't believe he keep fighting through this. They said I kept fighting through it. They had to give me a double dose of all 4 of those. And the doctor was like, this is impressive. He has a very high tolerance. If I'd have been woke, I'd have been like, hey, I come from Bone Thugs and Harmony, baby. We have high tolerances. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they had to hit me twice. I was like, I wish I would have been up to feel that. It probably would have felt good. But but yeah, so when I woke up, it was like, you've been asleep for 10 days. I was like, what? 10 days? Like I said, the first thing I thought about was like, did the Browns win? First thing I asked me, like, ain't worried about what happened? Yo, man, but I was tripping though. Like on they had me on, because when I first woke, when I was coming up off the, there's so many stories my family was telling me. Like my family was in the room one night and I was out. I was totally out. And I had the tube in my mouth, the whole thing to catch all the blood. Cause even when I was out, I was coughing up blood. Like blood was still coming out in the tube. I got pictures and all that. It's gonna be in the shut. All them pictures I took is going. I'm gonna have the real footage, the real pictures in the video for Shine Down on Me. But I was so they was sitting in there and they was like they was sitting in there and all of a sudden I just raised up. I was sleeping. I raised up like the Exorcist or something. I raised up, coughed hard, and blood splattered all over the room just from me coughing. That's how much blood it was. Splattered all over the room. It was like, they said it looked like a massacre in there. It was crazy. But yeah, man, it was to go through all of that and then them thinking that I wasn't going, you know what I'm saying, be able to do, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that was wrong with me, like when I came home, I was like, man, because I was getting, you know what I'm saying? I was starting to like gain weight. These that knocked me back down to square one. I'm like, damn. Did all that working out to come back to the square one. But yeah, I'm back in the gym. Back in the gym, so I'm good.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So yeah, man. So, you know, after all that, man, I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I came home. The work, but I was scared though, because from having that. Also, check this out though. So the first time I woke up, this was crazy because I think I was still on the. So I woke up, right? Yo, I woke up and I could have swore I was in the hospital room, but I thought it was a whole bunch of like other patients in bed. Cause I saw the beds when I woke up. So I'm thinking I'm in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's a lot of the patients. And then I'm waking up and I'm looking around. I'm like, how in the hell did I get here? I didn't remember nothing. Now I drove myself to the ER. Drove myself. I didn't remember none of that. I woke up like, what am I doing here? And I couldn't talk to nobody. And they was like, okay, you wanna say something? And I'm like, yeah, but I couldn't. So then I'm trying to. They bring me a pad, like with them clipboards and a marker. They're like, write down what you want to say. Yo, I couldn't write nothing but lines. I'm like, dang, what's going on with me? I'm like, you trying to kill me? Like straight up, I was tripping. So then I woke up one time, and I noticed because when you're in ICU, you know they always got like a nurse or somebody watching you 24 hours at the door. So I woke up and I'm looking at the nurse. And so they had me restrained to the bed. Yo, they had me restrained to the bed. So when I woke up, I'm like, I thought I was in a insane institution or something. I'm like, yo, what is these doing? Like, why they got me strapped down? And I'm like, I'm looking at the nurse, and I noticed the nurse would leave. You know, like she would leave sometime, and I had to be, because I'm thinking to myself. I said, next time she leave, I'm about to try to make a run for it. I don't know where I was running to. I've been running out ass all out the road. I don't know where I was going, but I was gonna make a run for it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, it was just crazy. It was just crazy, you know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't me smoking. It came from autoimmune sarcoidosis. Autoimmune is like they're in my family. My sister lupus. My daughter has it a little bit. And one of my sons too. So it kind of runs, you know what I'm saying? Hereditary. Yo, but this ain't it though. So then, while they going, before I go home, they said we want to run another test. on your lungs, just to make sure there's no hypertension. So I go back down for another procedure, and they go through my groin. They ain't even put me to sleep. They just numb me. They put like a thing up there and went all the way up to my lungs. They checked it, came back. A couple of days, I leave. They called me. They like, oh, yeah, so we really couldn't see your lungs good. We may want you to come back to do that. But while we were looking at your lungs, we saw something with your heart. I'm like, damn, y'all trying to take me back in here, man. They're like, we saw something with your heart. So I'm like, what is it? So I have this thing. No, this was the doctor said. He was like, so I just wanted, I'm sure the doctors told you this, but you have a heart condition, and you were born with this. You had it since birth, but you have a heart condition to where you could have, or you can drop at any time of your life. Straight up, they told me that. It was like this heart condition you got. People are known, when people, the athletes, they be on the, you know what I'm saying, playing sports, and they like all of a sudden it's like collapse. He said that's kind of what you have, your heart problem. He was like, good thing is you're 50 years old and you're still here. He was like, but we want to do some tests. Want to do some tests because there's different ones. There's mild ones that we may not have to do anything to, and then there's ones that we may want to go in and fix. But it can be fixed. But it can be fixed, but it has to be through surgery, and it has to be open heart surgery. So I'm like, after I get past the lungs, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So then, so they was like, so I went and did the test. I did I went and did I did a stress test. They had me like running on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill. That was cool. They did a CAT scan, and then they had me wear this heart monitor for like 2 weeks. While I did I went to the gym, worked out, did everything normal. And they was like, the doctor came back and he was like, in your case, we believe it's very minor and we don't need to do nothing. You don't have none of the symptoms, because if we needed to do something, you would have they said I would have had symptoms by now. I'd have been like getting out of breath, or while I'm at the gym working out, I would have fainted, or just, my heart would have been beating, like skipping beats. I've never felt none of that. So I'm like, I'm in the clear, man. And if I drop, I just drop. Y'all ain't about to do no open heart surgery right now. I'm cool. But yeah, I should be good. You know what I'm saying? And man, I was just, and then after all that, man, it just had me, thinking a lot, like for real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for what happened, like you don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't get chances, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get chances like that. So I just did a lot of thinking, a lot of reevaluating. You know how it go.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.